Hi students, let's go through the lesson 2 grammar exercises of class 11 French textbook C'est Chic. So the first exercise, they want you to complete with definite and indefinite articles. So the first sentence says, they call France hexagon. So when something is specific and already known, and we make use of the definite article. In this case, France is feminine, so I'm using the definite article LA. The second one, Paris is the capital of France. So again, I'm making use of the definite article LA, and capital is feminine singular, so I have LA as the answer. The third sentence, you have to fill in the blanks with indefinite article as well as the definite article. So a river flows through the city of Paris. Now a river, we are not sure of which river. It can be any river in general, so I'm using the indefinite article, and fleuve is masculine singular, so therefore I'm using UN. And the second part of the sentence, we are specific, it's definite, we know that it's the river Seine, so I'm using the definite article, and Seine is feminine, so I'm using LA as the answer here. The fourth one, the history of this country, all right, so if we are, it is something specific, the history of the country, this country, so I'm using the definite article, in this case L apostrophe, because before H mute we are supposed to use the L apostrophe. And last one, again we are going to use indefinite article. There is a big museum, so we don't know which museum, so we are making use of the indefinite article. And in the latter part of the answer, we are saying it is called the Louvre. So now this is specific, and therefore we are using the definite article, and Louvre is masculine, so we are going ahead and using the LE as the answer here. The second exercise, they want you to complete with definite or indefinite article, and they have given you an example. So voici meaning here is or here are, so they are saying here is a city, it is the city of Coimbatore. So you can see in the example that the first part of the answer, we are making use of the indefinite article, and the second part of the answer, we are making use of the definite article. So let's go through this quickly. So here is a city. So city is feminine, so UNE. It is the city, so I'm using LA because it's feminine singular. Similarly, here is a teacher, so professor is masculine, so I'm using UN. He is the chemistry teacher, so again LE here because masculine. The third one is in the plural, so I am saying here are some children. These are the children of Madame Nina, so again LES in the plural for the definite article. Again, the same thing here. Here are some students. These are the students of the French class. And again, here is a house. House is feminine, so I'm using UNE. It is the house. Again, feminine, so LA. And lastly here is an apartment. The apartment is masculine, so UN. It is the apartment of Das Gupta. Now again here it is, although masculine, it begins with a vowel, so we are making use of L apostrophe. The third exercise, they want you to complete with definite or indefinite article as well as an interrogative adjective. So the first part of the answer is going to be in the indefinite, with the indefinite article. The second part of the answer is going to be the interrogative adjective. And finally, the third part of the answer, we are going to make use of the definite article. So in Chennai, there is a beach. Now, plage is feminine, so I'm using UNE. Which beach? So again, plage feminine, so I'm using the interrogative adjective QUELLE. And the Marina Beach, so Again, beach feminine, so LA. The second one, she likes a writer, so masculine, UN. Which writer? So again, masculine, interrogative adjective, I'm using QUEL. And the last one, the French writer André Gide. Again here, it's E is a vowel, so I'm using L apostrophe here. The next one, he loves the city. So again here, city is feminine, so I'm using LA. And again, because it's feminine, for interrogative adjective, I'm using QUELLE. Which city? The city of Pondicherry. So definite article LA. Then we have they visit a monument. Monument masculine, so UN. Which monument? Again masculine, so QUEL. The Pantheon monument, so again masculine LE. And the last part, she reads a novel, so novel is masculine, I'm using UN. Which novel? Again masculine, so QUEL. The novel by Charu Niveda, so again Ramon is masculine, so I'm using LE. The fourth exercise, they want you to complete with an indefinite article. So as we know, it's either going to be UN, UNE or DES. If it is masculine, you use UN. If it is feminine, you use UNE. If it's in the plural, you're going to make use of DES. So the first one says, my neighbors have 2 children, a boy and a girl. The second one, you have some old furniture. So now here it's in the plural, so you put DES here. The next one, we are buying some books at Higginbotham's, the name of the shop. So again, some books in the plural, so DES. The next one, his son or her son is ordering a cake for 4 people. So again, cake is here masculine, so I'm using UN. And finally, there is a metro station near the airport, and station is feminine, so I'm making use of UNE. The next exercise, they want you to complete with interrogative adjectives. So you can see the 5th and the 6th exercise, they're making use of the interrogative adjectives. So all you have to do is identify which nouns are feminine. So if it's feminine, for cooler, and matière, they are feminine. So you put QUELLE. And here, écrivain and plat are masculine. So I'm using QUEL. Similarly, in this exercise, if you see, we see that only cuisine is feminine. So I'm using QUELLE. Balance, you have pays, non, and sport, jour, which are masculine. I'm making use of QUEL. So it's very simple exercise. Just identify the feminine form, put QUELLE, and remaining for masculine, you put QUEL. Next, the 7th exercise, they want you to complete with the possessive adjective. So the first one, I am narrating the fairy tale Cinderella to my niece. So for je, for I, I'm going to make use of the possessive adjective my. And niece is feminine, so I'm making use of MA. The next one, the teacher is asking the teacher is asking some questions to his students. So here the teacher can be replaced with the subject pronoun IL. We are talking about he. So for IL, you can make use of the possessive adjective his. So here we are making use of SES, and because it's in the plural students, so we are putting SES here. The third sentence, my neighbor is a hairdresser, and we want to say her husband is a florist. So my neighbor can be replaced with ELLE. We are talking about she. Therefore, I can make use of the possessive adjective her. In this case, her husband, Somari, and husband is masculine, so I'm using SON. The next sentence, I like to travel a lot with my father. So we already seen here for je, we are making use of the possessive adjective my. So again here, we have the subject pronoun I. I'm making use of the possessive adjective my. In this case, MON, because père is father, which is masculine. The last one, you keep your books in your school bag. So again here we are using the tu form, okay, singular. So for tu, you can make use of the possessive adjective TES. In this case, livre in the plural, so TES we have as the answer. The eighth one, they want you to make the adjectives agree according to the noun. So here it says your bicycle is small. So we can see that this bicyclette TA is used for feminine. So bicyclette is feminine. So therefore we are adding an additional E here and we are making the agreement to the adjective petit. So petit becomes petite. Then next we have my friend is intelligent. So you can see the additional E here. All right. So indicating a friend who is a girl. Therefore this adjective should agree with this noun friend. So here I'm adding an additional E. Intelligent becomes intelligente with the additional E. The third one, in my class there is a beautiful girl. So BEAU becomes BELLE. So this as a irregular form in the feminine. So you got to memorize this one. So we are talking about a girl here. So BELLE. The next one, India is a big country, and here we can see that PAYS is masculine, and therefore there's not going to be any change here. You will keep it as it is. And the last one, the flower is fresh. Now this as an irregular form in the feminine, so you have to memorize FRAI circumflex CHE. The ninth exercise, again, they want you to make the adjectives agree. So here it says, mes camarades, talking about your friends. So you're saying your class friends are friendly. So here it's in the plural. So you just add an additional S here. The second one, my cats are nice. So here cats, masculine plural. So just add an additional S here. The third one, the localities of Chennai are noisy. So here we are talking about localities, which is masculine plural, quartier, adding an additional S here to the adjective. Fourth one, my sisters are tall. So sisters, feminine plural. So I'm adding an additional ES. And finally, we have, these are some interesting novels. So novels, roman is masculine plural here. So we're adding an additional S. The 10th exercise, they want you to put the verb avoir in the present, and also the nouns, they want you to convert to the plural form. So here you're going to say, you have. So vous in the avoir conjugation in the present tense is AVEZ, vous avez. And then you can see we are converting the indefinite article to UNE to DES. And this is already ending with the X, so don't change it, keep it as it is. The next one, you're going to use tu. So you have some daughters. So here we can make use of AS as the avoir conjugation. For tu it is AS. Again, converting UNE to DES and adding an S here. The third one, you're going to say I have some coats. So again, you're using the avoir conjugation for I. So A apostrophe AI, G apostrophe AI followed by DES. So you're converting UN to DES, and whatever is ending in EAU here, you can see that we are adding an additional X. And similarly, for the last two, you're using the avoir conjugation LR, converting UN to DES, adding an X. Similarly here, avoir conjugation nous avons, converting UN to DES and adding an X here. The next exercise, they want you to convert the following sentences in the plural form. So here it says, my friend lives in New Delhi. You're converting and saying, my friends live in New Delhi. So whatever is highlighted, you have to make the change. So you can see MON becoming MES, and you're adding an S here. And this verb, you're conjugating it according to the subject. So here it HABITE becomes HABITENT. The next one, the seller increases the price of this article. So you're saying the sellers increase the prices of these articles. So here LE becomes LES, you add an S, then add an NT here for the verb, then LE becomes LES, keep this as it is, DE off as it is, change CET to CES and add an S here. The next one, you can see you have your gift becomes you have your gifts. So tu becoming VOUS, AS becoming AVEZ, TON becoming VOS, and EAU add an X. The next one, his son or her son is in Chennai. You're going to say his sons or her sons are in Chennai. So you can see SON becoming SES and EST becoming SONT. Or you can also answer as their sons are in Chennai. So you can see SON becoming LEURS followed by FILS already ending with S. So leave it as it is. And EST becoming SONT. The last one, you're going to say the pupil or the student is happy. So you can see L apostrophe becoming LES, then you're adding an S, EST as before becoming SONT. So EST is this, SONT is ARER. So again, and then finally, for content, happy, you're adding an additional S. The 12th exercise, they want you to conjugate the verbs in the present tense. So the first one, Dad loves Shivaji Ganeshan. So you're cutting the ER and adding E here. The next one, Nous aimons. So you're cutting ER, and for nous, the ending is ONS. So AIMONS. The third one, vous avez, avoir conjugation. So AVEZ. And the fourth one, you're cutting ER and adding ENT for ILS. And last one, for tu form, you're cutting ER and adding ES. So these are the conjugations for the present tense. The 13th one, they want you to put the sentences in the negative. So please remember how do you form the negative. You put NE or an apostrophe before the verb, and after the verb, you put PAS. All right. If the verb begins with a vowel or a H, remember NE contracts and becomes an apostrophe. So the first one, this is the verb. So you're putting an apostrophe here because A is a vowel followed by PAS. The next, similarly, in the second one, this is the verb. So you put NE before the verb, PAS after the verb. The third one, this one is the verb travail. So put NE here and PAS here. The fourth one, utilize is the verb. So you put an apostrophe here because you use the vowel followed by PAS after the verb. And don't forget to convert UN to DE. So this is another rule in the negative. UNE, DES getting converted to DE in the negative form. Similarly, here you have commands as the verb. So NE before the verb and PAS after the verb. And don't forget to convert UN to DE. The 14th exercise, they want you to frame the question. They're giving you the answer. For example, my favorite sports person is Sania Mirza. So I'm asking, who is your favorite sports person? The second one says, no, he does not have television. So you're going to use the expression esker, in this case, esker with the apostrophe because I is a vowel. So does he have a television? Then similarly here, no, she does not like swimming. So you're going to use esker again here and say, does she like swimming? Then the next one, yes, it's my mother. Again, you're using esker, meaning, is this your mother? And last one, no, this is not my school. So you're asking, is this your school? So basically, for yes or no question, you can make use of the esker expression before the subject pronoun. And the 15th exercise, they want you to change the following sentences to the interrogative form according to the example. So they're giving you the example to travail à Paris. So here in the first part, they're just adding a question mark. You work in Paris. And the second part, you can see we're adding esker before the subject pronoun. So in every exercise, the first part, you're just going to add the question mark, very simple. And in the second part of the answer, you're going to just add the expression esker before the subject. So you can see here, similarly, before vous, I'm adding esker. Then before il, I'm adding esker with the QE apostrophe. Then before ta, I'm adding esker here. So just before the questions which are given here, you're just adding esker or esker with the apostrophe. That's it. And the 16th and 17th exercises are just translations, so you can just go through them. And that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next lesson. Thank you very much.